What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am Lonnie from Flight Sim Gaming. Today we're doing a flight from Ottawa to Winnipeg. It is a real-world flight flown by Flair. And generally they fly in the Max 8s, but you know, we don't have a good Max 8 here in the simulator, so we are flying in the 737-800. It's just as great. I believe they do fly the 800s, you know, from Ottawa to Winnipeg as well. I'm not too sure, but the last couple flights were flown in the Max 8s. But we're doing this flight. We're doing some Canadian ops here, and most importantly, Happy Easter to everybody. You know, if you celebrate Easter, Happy Easter to you. Hopefully, the Easter Bunny was good to y'all. If you don't celebrate Easter, that's okay. You know, Happy Sunday to you. And it is giveaway day. We are giving away that €25 Sim Market gift voucher, courtesy of Flight Sim Gaming. To enter that giveaway, you had to comment in the last video to enter yourself into the draw. I will generate a comment as we climb out of Ottawa here, and it will generate a winner of the gift voucher. It is the third giveaway done on the channel. I want to say, you know, once again, thank you to everybody who is continuously supporting the channel. This is the 100 sub mark. It is a milestone. It's not a lot of subs, but hey, it's a milestone, and we're giving away a gift voucher for that. We are a little bit delayed with the gift voucher. I do apologize. You know, life kind of gets in the way, and sometimes it's difficult for me currently to post content at the moment. But you know, we're here, we're doing it, and stay tuned. We should be doing the giveaway on the climb out of Ottawa, and good luck to all involved. But anyway, we're here. Flair Airlines, our call sign is, or flight number is Flair 311. It is a real world flight. If you track flights on, you know, the flight radar 24, you can find this flight there. And we are at the Ottawa International Airport, done by Roman Design. It is a fantastic airport. Performance is great as always. I'm not too sure, you know, if this is live weather currently for Ottawa on this day of April 9th, 2023. I know in southern Ontario here in the Toronto GTA area, it's been relatively warm and there is no snow on the ground. So I'm not sure if this is relevant for this day, if there is actual snow, but hey, we're here. We're flying out to Winnipeg. For those wondering what Winnipeg scenery we have, it is done by Sim Add-ons. You can go to their website. All the scenery is done by Ralph. Over there, he does specifically Canadian scenery. More of the smaller airports, but he's got some good airports there. There's not much Canadian scenery out there, so you're kind of limited to certain devs for it. And it is, you know, in my opinion, some of the best stuff out there. You know, he does some things a little bit differently. There are birds flying in the sky, and there's a lot of airport activity noises in the background. You'll see some of those crop trucks, I guess, just kind of mowing the grass out there and stuff. So anyway, let's get into the cockpit here. Let's get things rocking and rolling. I do have GSX doing GSX things as we're loading up the last piece of bag there. I believe all the passengers have already boarded, but let's get this aircraft going, and we'll get up in the air. I already have the battery switch turned on. Ground power is selected, and our IRS is aligned there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add our fuel for today's flight. Let's come over to SimBrief here. Block fuel is 10,238 kilograms. That's what we're expecting, according to SimBrief. And the payload is going to be 53,000 kilograms. So not a heavy aircraft at all, but hey, Ottawa to Winnipeg. And we are at gate 28 here. Perfect, and I picked that up. That's great. Go ahead and we'll get our left side GPS, input that in there. As you can see, IRS is aligned. Okay, origin, going Ottawa, and we are going to Winnipeg. Waiting for your actions to close everything. So we are going to be Flair 311. Perfect. We are going to be departing on the Ottawa 4 departure out of runway 25. That's where they're currently departing. go ahead and we'll add in some of our waypoints here from SimBrief. So we're going to go direct Oligo. From Oligo, we're going Lidag. From Lidag, we're going to Otona. From Otona, we're going to YYB. From YYB, we're going YQT. I know that one. That one is Thunder Bay. From Thunder Bay, we are going to another VOR. I don't know where that is. And then it's going to be direct our arrival. I'm going to put the arrival anyway. We are expecting, I think it's the NORAC for runway 18 with the GoBit transition. We are expecting runway 18. It's an RNAV runway. Sorry, it's an RNAV approach. We'll do the RNAV Yankee. Things can change. We may or may not get an ILS. We'll see. I think the flight's about 2.5 hours, so anything can change. Anyway, we got all that kind of set in there. We'll come and look here. So we do have radar vectors to our first waypoint. That's easy. Looks like radar vectors to our arrival. So we'll go ahead and we'll change all that. That looks good. Come back over here to the performance init page. We're going to go reserves of 1 and a cost index of 5. We are expecting to fly up to 38,000 feet, relatively high. Average wind is 322 at 16. Transition is 18,000 here in Canada. Unable, that's okay. That's just the VNAV not being able to calculate. We can change that. It's flaps 5 departure. We'll go ahead and our trim will be 5.2. Go ahead and put the parking brake on, and we'll get roughly about 5.25. Somewhere there is fine. V2 speed is going to be 146. Go ahead and we'll turn on our flight directors and auto throttle 146. And we'll climb up to 38,000. That is perfect. We'll come over and look at our departure information here. Can't zoom in. Not sure what's going on. Anyway, let's have a look here. We have the Ottawa 4 departure. It is radar vectors out of 25. Climb heading 251 are assigned for vectors to assign route. Maintain 5,000. So climb heading 251. I'm going to look at the weather here. Altimeter 3056. So we'll change the heading to 251. Altimeter 3056. Perfect. That's all in there. TCAS is off. We'll go ahead and we'll just plug that on right now. Let's come back up top here. Turn the rest of our switches on. Emergency exit lights. Window heats. Turn on the hydraulics. We're going up to 38,000. Come back over to Navigraph. Let's have a look at our landing altitude. (782 feet). So we're gonna go 750. That's great. And let's go ahead and spool up the APU. Beautiful sounds from the 737, as always. Come back here. Wait for APU gen to come online. There it is. APU gen on. APU bleed is going on. We'll come back down over to our make do. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to release the wheels and chocks. APU is on. It will disconnect the ground power. And we'll come up to GSX and we're going to request pushback. No ice treatment.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by until push is completed and brakes are set.
Okay, that changed.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Let's have a look at our taxi charts here. See where the heck we have to go. So we are departing runway 25. It's just a straight pushback onto Bravo. And we'll Bravo to the runway. Pretty easy. Let's look at the winds quickly. We have winds are variable at 2 knots, so relatively calm. Can't complain. Should be a smooth departure on out.
Locking gear.
And we're going to go nose right. Tail to the left.
Parking brakes.
Go ahead and release those parking brakes.
Commencing push. Due to icing
Start
conditions,
engine
please
number
stand by
1.
until push is completed and brakes are set.
Sorry, engine number 2. Wait for the start valve to close. Engine number 1 over to the ground switch. Wait for a 20% N2.
Set parking brake.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Not quite on the taxiway there. I got to see what where they pushed us to. Interesting. Start valve closed. Engine gen on. Engine 2 gen on. Probe heats get to come on. Packs will go to the auto position. Taxi lights will come on. Oh my goodness, the whole aircraft shaking around. APU bleed is going to come off. APU will come off. And they smashed my nose gear, but that's okay. We'll set flaps 5.
Right is clear.
Auto brake set to the RTO position. I have a question for those who are, I guess, more of an avid simmer or who have more knowledge on the 737s. My question is, and I can't really find a great answer, at when would you go ahead for a flaps 15 departure? Actually, I kind of already know the answer for that. Typically on shorter runways. Now, look, I guess my question is, how short of a runway does it have to be where you have to perform a flaps 15 departure, or maybe a flaps 25 departure? Hoping somebody can answer that, because I don't know, and I would like to know. LNAV will come on. Heading select will come on. But yeah, if anybody knows, please let me know. Drop a comment down below. Curious. I do find it sometimes that the you know, if I'm taking off on shorter runways, anything relatively under 7,000 feet, this aircraft takes off at the very last second and it looks real sketchy. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to taxi Bravo. It's the end of the runway. Recall check is okay. And like I said, we are just going Bravo to the end of the runway. Short taxi for 25. I don't typically fly out of this airport. You know, Roman Design did a fantastic rendition of this airport. He needs to start doing, in my opinion, some more Canadian sceneries. But yeah, I don't typically fly in Ottawa. You know, my home base is Toronto. Do a lot of flights out of Toronto. I also picked up so Sim Add-ons. I've showcased one of his sceneries already. We flew into Yellowknife in the RJ. We're actually flying into his Winnipeg airport, and I purchased his Hamilton John C. Munro International Airport in Ontario. Fantastic airport. We're going to be doing some swoop ops out of there. I'm not sure if it's a swoop hub or not, but I noticed swoop does fly primarily out of that airport, along with you know, once we get some 757s in this simulator, we'll go ahead and do some cargo jet ops. Be excited for that. But I did a flight just to check out his airport. I did a flight with Swoop. I did a flight from Hamilton to Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood International, I believe is what it's called. And that's a real-world flight flown out of there by Swoop. And I did a return flight just to see how everything works with the ILS and stuff. And absolutely phenomenal airport. We'll be doing a flight out of there shortly. I apologize if the sim looks a little stuttery when I open up the Navigraph charts. I don't know why it does that. This is the in-game panel of the Navigraph charts, so could be a reason, but let's start slowing this bird down. We're doing 20 knots down the taxiway here. Let's get our engine switches to the continuous position. That's where they need to be. A little wide there, that's okay, we'll fix it. Somewhere about there. Come to a stop. Throttle's over to 40. See the flag there, not picking up any wind. Love it. 40%. And Toga. This is a bumpy runway. Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear going up. Smooth, smooth takeoff. I like those ones. Keep on a heading select for now. We're gonna go direct. Oligo. Start our right turn out. And we'll hit the VNAV, so we'll pick up some speed. Flaps 1. Flaps up. There are no speed restraints on this departure. And we'll go ahead and we'll throw on the autopilot. Go. FMC test. Unable. That's okay. Disregard that. Auto brake's coming off. Let's go upstairs. We'll turn off some lights. And we'll climb on out of here. See you later, Ottawa. Look at all this snow. My goodness. We don't have this in the GTA right now. Clear conditions. This week, actually, it's supposed to go up to about, I don't know, 20 plus degrees or so. Looking forward to that. I believe this might be downtown Ottawa over here. I'm not too sure. I'm not very familiar with Ottawa at all. Perfect. For those wondering, Flair Airlines is a low-cost carrier flown in Canada. They do go to some international destinations, I believe. There are some Caribbean spots that they go to. I know they primarily fly in Canada. But I believe they do go to some Caribbean spots. I think Mexico also. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. I know they do some flights out of Calgary. I believe Calgary is their hub. They fly to places like Thunder Bay and Kelowna. This would be a fantastic aircraft to fly into Kelowna. I think we're approaching 10,000 feet. And yes, we are. So we'll go ahead and we'll switch off the rest of our lights. Engine switches will come to the off position. And what we'll do now is, I guess we'll go ahead and we will do our giveaway. Third giveaway on the channel, €25 Sim Market gift voucher up for grabs. All you had to do was comment in the last video down below to enter yourself into the giveaway. You also have to be a subscriber. So, for whoever wins, like always, I need you to reach out to me within 24 hours. And I need you to snap a picture of your YouTube dashboard just so I can verify it's actually you and not somebody else trying to claim the giveaway, okay? So what I'll do now is we will come to... I use a website called YouTube Random Comment Picker. And I have to paste in the link to the last video and it will generate some of the comments. So what I'll do now is I can do this, and there's the website as you can see as we climb out, and this is the link from the last video. What I'll do is I'm going to hit fetch. It's going to generate all the comments. 7 comments loaded. I know it showed 14. It does that because it shows the comments that I've responded to, and it counts them as a comment. So disregard that. We have 7 potential winners. Let's go ahead and pick a winner. Tilted Racer, many thanks for another giveaway and good luck to everybody, was his comment. Thank you very much, Tilted Racer. You have won yourself a €25 Sim Market gift voucher. Don't forget to claim your prize. You have 24 hours to do that after the video has posted. If not, we will re-roll. I probably will not re-roll in the next video. I would probably just make mention of the next winner on my community tab, so you guys can look out for that. But anyway, Tilted Racer, thank you so much for your continuous support of this channel. I know there are a few of you that are always you know, writing nice things on my videos and such, so thanks to you and congratulations on that win. And Tilted Racer is the 3rd giveaway winner on this channel. Tilted Racer, thank you. Anyway, we're approaching 18,000 feet here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to monitor the rest of this flight. We don't do full flights here on the video stuff. We will be doing that once we start streaming. I have started looking into getting some stream overlays because I do want to get into it at least once a week. I find it's a little more easier to interact with your community when you're running a stream rather than having to post videos all the time. So hopefully we'll be getting to that shortly. Just haven't found the greatest stream overlay yet. We're gonna go ahead and purchase one because I find some of the free stuff is not the greatest. But I have reached out to a couple different websites. They are in the process of I guess creating a custom one for my channel specifically. So anyway, let's take this on up to we're going 38,000 feet, I think. 38,000 feet. I'll take this on up. Catch you guys on the approach. Once again, Tilted Racer, congrats to you. Looking forward to hearing from you. Catch y'all in a bit. Fly safe, everybody. See ya. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the last half of this flight here as we descend into Winnipeg. We're just approaching the transition altitude right now. Go ahead and we will press our standard barrel pressure button on there. We have the altimeter is 2993 as we're coming into Winnipeg. Currently descending down to 2,100 feet. We are on the NORAC 4 arrival into Winnipeg. We are expecting the RNAV Yankee runway 18. As you can see, our aircraft is here as we approach this arrival into Winnipeg. There is a vector to the RNAV approach into Winnipeg, but we have just deleted all discontinuities in our flight plan here. We'll have a look at the actual approach. We are expecting the RNAV Yankee for the runway 18. We're going to come, for whatever reason, these waypoints did not populate into the MCDU here. I did select this approach We are missing a couple waypoints here, but that's okay. We're going to be coming around, as you can see. Sorry, I thought it was vectors for runway 18, but it's not. And we need to be 2,100 feet for O'Rourke. I don't know. When it comes to these waypoints, I can't pronounce jack shit. We do have the minimum set for 1097. That's the minimums for the LNAV, VNAV approach or the runway. Pretty simple stuff. We are going to do a flaps 30 landing, as you can see there. As you can see, it's very, very clear skies, clear conditions here in Winnipeg. The winds, I believe we do have some crosswind here. Winds are going to be 190 at 14 knots, so that's going to be pretty spicy. Anyway, it's, as you can see, clear skies. It is +4, and altimeter is 29.904. We'll go ahead and we'll change that quickly. So that has increased. Yeah, you know, coming into Winnipeg here, this scenery out here I don't find is all that great. I'm not sure if in the Canada update that they actually provided, you know, any decent scenery up here. I understand it's just all farm fields and such, but the terrain doesn't look that great. You know, I don't know what it looks like in the summer conditions, but definitely with the snow on the ground here, the textures look okay, but you know, it does lack detail in my opinion. We are arriving, in case you guys are wondering, well, how did you get the Winnipeg International Airport? This airport was done by Sim Add-ons. You can go to their website at simaddons.com and you can purchase scenery for P3D, X-Plane, and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Ralph does all the developing for it, and his main focus is the Canadian airports, even though he's based, I believe, in Switzerland. But he does a bunch of Canadian regional and international airports, and you can catch his scenery there. Performance is great at his airports. I have no issues. I've got a bunch of them. But if you're looking for some decent Canadian scenery, check him out. You're not going to find much on SimMarket. You're not going to find much on Orbex. Also, his stuff is not on those websites. It's not on SimMarket. It's not on Orbex. It's not on, you know, the AnyBuilds website. You got to go to his website, and you can purchase his stuff there. Nice little touches to you know, the flying here in Canada. The Canada update, the world update, didn't provide much scenery, so it's different, but it's good stuff. But anyway, here we are. I got some fixed rings here around our airport here. I got a 10 and 5 mile radius ring. I use that to determine when I would go ahead and select my flaps. So, but anyway, I want to say once again thank you to Tilted Racer for his continuous support. You have won yourself that €25 SimMarket gift voucher. Don't forget, you got to reach out to me within 24 hours. Snap a picture of your YouTube dashboard. Shoot that off to my email. You can find my email in my Abouts column on my YouTube channel, or reach out to me on Instagram, whichever you prefer is the easiest, and we'll get you that gift voucher. There are currently some very nice deals at SimMarket with the Easter sales. I'm not sure how long some of the deals are going to go on for, but I do know they're going on, I believe, until around close to the end of this month. So hopefully you can get yourself something pretty decent. Our next milestone giveaway will be at about 250 subs on the channel. Once we hit the 250 mark, we're gonna up the ante in terms of giveaway. We're gonna do a €50 SimMarket gift voucher for hitting 250. Hopefully we can get up there sooner rather than later. You know, the way the channel's moving, it's moving in a great direction, so I'm very proud of that. We go ahead, we're going to select our auto brake to 2, coming up on 10,000 feet here. Speed's coming back to about 240. We do have some speed restraints on the actual arrival here. We have to be at 250 by NORAC, which we are well below that. And NACSU, we have to be at max 250 and then 210 up until we hit the approach. So looking good, looking good. Any builds announced? They are about to release the JFK airport in New York City. That's their main airport there. I'm super excited for that. I haven't purchased, I believe Feel there, I believe, is the developer. They did a LaGuardia airport scenery. I haven't purchased that. Looks nice. I might go ahead and grab that, but you know, for the most part, I refrain from flying into JFK just because the default scenery provided by Asobo just is not that great in comparison to some of the other default sceneries that they have provided. I kind of wish, you know, when they did the US update, they did a couple of US updates, and I know they touched on the Atlanta International Airport there a couple times, and actually the default scenery for Atlanta is very nice, and I wish they kind of did the same to JFK, but they didn't. But anyway, any builds, we'll be releasing that one very soon. We'll be doing some ops into JFK. I'm excited for that one. You know, and any builds is kind of running away with the Microsoft Flight Sim content at the moment. They're pumping out shit like crazy. Coming up on, we're past 10,000 feet now, so we'll go ahead and we'll put our landing lights on. But yeah, any builds, they're doing a lot of stuff. I believe they've only been developing scenery for the last little while now. They haven't really been, you know, doing it primarily. So shout out to them. I don't know who's actually helping them with that stuff, or if they got their own team doing it. But yeah, they got some good stuff. Anyway, coming up on the approach here, we'll do some more outside views here as we're coming up on some farmland. I believe this is our airport over here. See if I can zoom in there a little bit. Definitely something there. Definitely something there. Don't know what that is there. That could be the airport. Not sure. See, this is the thing with Microsoft Flight Sim. You know, the textures are kind of weird as the scenery kind of buffs in. This actually is the airport, it looks like right there. I don't know what all this is. This might be downtown Winnipeg. But I feel like they need to kind of redo the Canada update, in my opinion. There's a lot of stuff kind of missing. We're coming down on the VNAV profile really nicely. We should be hitting about another speed restraint of 210 coming up right now. Speed restraint of 210 is coming up. We're going to follow 210 pretty much until we hit this corner here, and then we'll start slowing down for the approach. We are expecting, I believe, Gate 8 in Winnipeg. that is where the real-world aircraft deboarded from. So hopefully when we touch down, hopefully we hit Kilo, and we'll take Kilo all the way to Lima to our gate. Very snowy here in Winnipeg. Again, I don't know how accurate this weather currently is. But it is a beautiful day. So because it's an RNAV approach, what we typically do is we'll set our altitude about 100 feet above our minimum, and that'll keep the aircraft on the descend into the airport. But as you can see, it is clear conditions, so you know, we don't have to worry about not seeing the runway. Forget everybody, if you're liking the video and you like the content, don't forget to hit up that thumbs up button, and if you have not yet, please subscribe to the channel. The majority of my viewership is not subbed to the channel. Don't forget to do that. You can stay up to date with what's kind of going on my end here, and most importantly, we do giveaways on this channel, so if you're subscribed, you can enter yourself into the giveaway. I do understand PMDG is getting ready to release their 737 lineup on the Xbox market, so hopefully we'll get some more Xbox flight simmers following this channel. We can maybe do an Xbox giveaway of something. That'd be pretty cool. We'll go ahead and we'll drop the speed back down to 190, and we'll go ahead and flaps 1. I think the heading is going to be 185. Let's just double check this here. 185 on the heading. We'll set our course to 185. Set our right course 185. Notice this thing with the aircraft on this flight, it's not really following the course correctly. You'll see, like, it'll turn, it'll start doing sharp bank angles, and then it'll straighten out like you can just see it just did. I don't know if that's a bug or not. I find that weird. Now, we're not going to be on the heading of 185 yet till we hit this waypoint here. I'm going to go ahead, flaps 5.
Radio altimeter.
Oh, that's new. Never heard that before. Radio altimeter. Try to butter this landing. I'll do my best. I know this runway is a little bit slopey, but we'll see. We'll see how she goes. Dial the speed back down to 170. Arm the speed brakes before we forget. About 10 miles out now. Looks like we're gonna turn for the runway almost at the last minute. That's okay. And I'll go ahead and drop gear. We're going to go down to flaps 15. Turn on the rest of our lights here. Keep the speed coming back. Final approach speed is going to be 142 plus 5 knots. Sorry, plus 5 for the wind correction. I can see the airport right over there. Missed approach altitude is going to be 3,000 feet. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go flaps 30. Okay, we got gear down 3 green, flaps 30 set, speed brakes are armed. Last thing we got to do is change our altitude, but we're going to go ahead and make our left turn right now. I'm going to go ahead and take control of the throttles. And I'm going to take control of the aircraft. And we'll fly this sucker down. It's not allowing me to adjust my altitude. There we go. 5,000, 3,000 will be set. Looking good. No pappies yet. Bunch of scenery is starting to load in here. Some new sounds there.
Minimums.
Continue. Runway in sight. Now we have a headwind. I like it. I don't see any poppies. Want to be 50 above the numbers.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reversers out. Knots. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Winnipeg. Definitely touchdown well after the markers there, but that's okay. Couldn't see the poppies in the snow, man. It's really frustrating on that approach. I kind of had to use the VNAV guidance there. Go ahead and make our left here. Looks like we are going to vacate on Victor. That's okay. And we'll come over to the Navigraph. Huge. Sorry, that's not what I wanted. GSX. And I guess we're going gate C. No, follow me. And WestJet will be our choice. Clean up the flaps. Massive lags whenever you open up the Navigraph. It's really annoying. So we're going to go Victor. Looks like we're going to cut onto the apron. And we'll just kind of take it all the way until gate 8. We are going to be on the other side of that airport there. Again, this airport is done by Sim Add-ons. You can go over to that website, simaddons.com. If you fly on, actually, I don't even think they do P3. I think it's FSX, X-Plane, and Microsoft Flight Sim stuff. You can purchase scenery, different scenery across Canada from Sim Add-ons. So we're going around here. We're looking for stand 8. So where the real world aircraft deboarded from. And we'll continue to taxi along the apron here. Go ahead, start up the APU. See? That's what it looks like. Very nice airport. Very nice airport. And you can come down here and you can look at what I'm getting in terms of performance. You know, we're getting about 40 FPS. Can't complain about that at all. We're looking for stand 8. I don't know what stand this one is. Looks like it's 10, 9, and then 8. Taxi light coming off. Go ahead. Taxi this in. All of the sim add-on airports have the guidance for the gate, which is pretty cool. Every single one of his airports has that. I like that. We're a little off center there. I'll go ahead and kick it over. And we're going to follow the GSX marshaller. Go ahead and we'll park and brake on. APU is coming on. Engine 1, engine 2 is coming off. Go ahead. Packs are coming off. Probe heats are coming off. Hydraulic pumps are coming off. We'll go ahead and release the cabin. And fuel pumps are coming off. And we'll request the boarding. There you have it, everybody. Here at Winnipeg International, flown from Ottawa in the PMDG 737-800. It's a very nice flight. Touchdown, I'll have to look back at the replay there. I felt like I was outside the touchdown markers. I do find, you know, some of the sim add-on runways are very slopey and stuff, so it's kind of hard to predict where you're going to touch down. Couldn't see the pappies there, but whatever, shit happens. Anyway, I'll let you guys kind of be the judge for yourself here of this airport. I'll do a quick little, because we don't see a lot of sim add-on stuff. Do a quick little run around here of kind of what it looks like. The windows, there is no interior modeling, I don't believe. I've never been inside it. By judging at the windows here, I don't think there's any interior modeling. You know, it's not bad for what you get. The model of the actual terminal looks good. Taxiways look good. Jetways look good. There's a nice little parking garage there. It's the front of the terminal. Canada flag there waving around. It's another part of the actual terminal. And then I don't know what's over here, but as you can see, you know, the hotel is not modeled in all that great. I don't know if that's sim add-ons modeling or if that's the actual model from the actual simulator. Looks like here we have Royal Aviation Museum of Western Canada. You got some aircraft in here. These are all static aircraft. You can hear the birds chirping in the background. That's all sim add-on. And overall, it's not bad. It's not bad. Sim add-ons pricing. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. You know, if you want to compare, you know, Fly Tampa stuff and Dzerzicki design stuff, it's really hard to put a price, you know, on what sim add-ons or any developers create. Okay, keep in mind. Let's do this. Keep in mind, you know, I understand there's a lot of work involved to doing a lot of these different airports, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure Ralph is a one-man guy. I think he does it all by himself. He might have a team. I'm not too sure. I don't really know Ralph, but all his pricing is based in, I guess, the Swiss currency. Okay. Anything ranges, any airport ranges from, I think, $16.99 of the Swiss currency to like, I don't know, it's like over $20 for, I think its biggest airport, its most expensive airport is the Calgary International Airport. If you convert that into the US dollars or Canadian dollars, as you know, I purchase stuff in, the Calgary airport's about $40 Canadian, right? And you know what you get from Fly Tampa, you're getting true state-of-the-art interior modeled airports with that offer great performance. You know, it's almost, I've lived in Toronto for 20 plus years. You know, I'm not living there now, but my family is still in Toronto, and I drive across that 401 every week to travel to and from Toronto. And I pass by, you know, that Pearson Airport there, and I look at that airport, and I look at what Fly Tampa did, and it's exact 1-to-1 in terms of 3D modeling. I'm not kind of getting that with the sim add-on stuff. You know, he does do some airports that we don't have in the sim, so you know, if you're into flying to different parts of Canada, and you can't find scenery done by some of those other devs, and you're kind of stuck with what you get. I don't think the price is worth it, in my opinion. You know, just by looking at the windows here at Winnipeg International Airport, and the majority of his airports kind of look the same with the blue window, and at nighttime it kind of looks very bluish. I don't think it's worth, you know, $20, $25 for this airport CAD. You know, if that's, you're going US currency, I think it's like $18.99 USD. So you know, that's my opinion on it. That's my take on it. Mind you, I do support him because I like to fly in Canada, and it's kind of what we have at the moment. Now, if somebody else did this airport, I'd probably go after that one instead. Not that I'm shitting on sim add-ons, but you know, I just don't think the price is worth what you get. To me, this would be like, you know, I'd pay 15 CAD for this. You know, I don't think you should pay more than that. But anyway, enough of me chatting about this airport. I just thought I'd show you guys around, just to kind of show you what other options there are. Once again, thank you for flying with me today, and again, congrats to Tilted Racer on winning that gift voucher. Looking forward to hearing from you, and we'll get you that voucher. And you know, don't forget, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do that. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm always looking for any feedback in the comments, how my flying was and the procedures that I do and things like that. Always looking for feedback. The next giveaway, we'll schedule that you know, around the 250 sub mark. If we hit 250, we're giving away that €50 sim market gift voucher. We're upping the ante. This channel's kind of moving in a great direction. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your Easter, everybody. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a safe flight, everybody. Cheers. See ya. Yes, I want to deboard the crew.
Crew deboarding starting.
Haha. Peace.